Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Strip that ball. Hey, gun. He's coming in motion. Hey. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going right side here, and that's complete. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 180! White. Go! Watch out.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And Gold is able to put it through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
Runs over him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Check it back. Hey, orbit.
They go play action. Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And some space here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Bears have taken the lead. But there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
I got you. Be ready. 2. 53, check 53. Target. Let's go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Check safety.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Okay, just like that.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
At the 37-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Lock in.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Mike's 5-4. 65, 65.
On third down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
13. 53 at the mic. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky on first down. Looking deep for Gabriel. He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
1st and 10.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get up. 180. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They go play action with Trubisky. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And an alley to run. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
Brings up second and 7 at the 49ers' 43-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second and 11 now. Trubisky. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Lock in. 56. Hey, Charlie. Pick it up. 57.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
It's going to be a long day.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
11. Hey, Sue.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
One, Omaha. 45. Mike. Hey, Wood. 45.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
You're trapped. 12, fellas, here we go. Mike, 53, Mike. Crunch time, defense.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go. Wait. Check 26. Check.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
21.
From the 27, Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and it's 3rd and short.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And a 49er first down.
Here we go. 180.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And it's a fumble, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
180. Check 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Again, it's Cohen. This one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Kill. Alert.
On first down, it's Cohen, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't want to sound old or anything here, partner, but I remember the days in this situation where you just put the ball in the hands of a running back. Now, it could be anyone carrying the football to try and pick up a first down or a touchdown.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's our time.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. D. Ford, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Game situation. Let's go.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 5-4. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50.
Alert, 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 alert.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
At the 38-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert, alert, alert.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, watch it.
Now Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
53 to Mike, 53.
11.
I got it.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. A great pick, Mike's return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm going back to you.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Flag!
Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, two-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Hey, exit.
Hey, here we go.
I got you.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
San Francisco.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
$45.
21. Here we go.
You got nothing today.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They try again with Cohen. And an alley run! And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up